My name's Brian and welcome back to Desert Theory Farm Week. So this morning we're gonna get this auger off of this bin and put it on that bin. We got to do a couple things. That hopper is gonna have to come off and rotate around to this side, and we'll go up and remove the chain and all that, but that's what we're doing. So you can see Uncle Mike, he's just unhooking that chain, and that chain's just there to protect it from falling over when the wind starts. They're a long way up in the air. So now when you're setting up an auger, it's not all about how the auger end is over the top of the bin. The hopper is really important. It has to be set in a good spot for a truck to run over it time and time and time again to where we can get in there easy. So that's what we're gonna do now, is swap that hopper around to the other side. So that's swapped over, hopper's on the other side. Now it's time for me to go up. I'll help guide Mike. I think we have the perfect set. Kind of augers out of this side a little bit more, so we'll see when it starts filling. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Brand new trailer to Mike. It's got some things that I'm gonna love. So it's got this easy flow. So now these trap doors are ran with hydraulics instead of me with a crank handle. So that was a lot of work doing that. And then the other is this automatic tarp, and to where I'm not trying to figure out exactly how tight to get it. It just comes over and then stops. So pretty cool upgrade. It's got some airbags. I'll need to remember to dump airbags every time. So heck yeah, I am excited to be back in the semi. This is my favorite part of farming, and I know some people will hate me for that, getting out of the tractors and into the semi, but this is what I enjoy the most. Okay, so I'm kind of waiting my last thing here for my trailer pressure to build, and we should be good to go. Absolutely love this thing. Okay, unloading our first load out of the semi for me this season, and Uncle Mike ended up coming back with me because in this bin, the spreader up top isn't wired in yet. And so what happens is that bin needs to be filled with corn, and then the electrician can get up in there, finish wiring the conduit out to the center of the bin where it connects to the spreader. Okay, the fan isn't running right now, and the fan doesn't run on the first one, and that's because that false floor where all the air can come up, it needs to have some weight on it, otherwise we take all those panels and blow them up. So we'll put a whole hopper in here on the bin floor first, and then start that fan up. Bigger auger behind me, it now has a bigger hopper as well. And it's so cool because when I pull up, I don't have to be very accurate to get that large hopper to fit over. So it's a little more work to pull around, but it sure is worth it as far as pulling in, especially when it gets to be night. You just don't have to be as accurate. cannel, I always knew how far to open it. I just count turns to where it would be filling the right amount of grain into that hopper. On this one, I couldn't quite tell, so I just made a mark with a pen. Just so I know how far to open that trap door each time. So hopefully if I get the same RPM on the tractor, open the door to the same spot, I won't have to monkey with it, go back and forth and try and figure it out. So we'll see how that plan works. So you can see the way these trailers are built, it's just a gravity flow down. Same way with the gravity wagon, obviously, same way with the grain tanks. All this grain's meant to flow down. All right, Uncle Mike bringing in the grain cart. He's usually in the combine and doesn't do this when we're here. I'm sure with beans he does it all the time, but I don't see him do it very much. Okay, so after everything we did this morning, we're only on our second load of the day. It's 1:05. We'll probably continue working into the night pretty late tonight since we got everything set up, a good bin site, and it'll be easy. I know he's working on the tougher stuff, opening up and up in the hills and around the terraces right now, and then later tonight we'll be doing that flat. Well guys, I missed a whole turn there. I did. I went back to the field, I got loaded by the grain carts, came here, unloaded, and then did it one more time, and I didn't film any of it. And the reason I didn't is because Kelly called, and we just got a title sponsor for Desert Theory, Road to the Hammers. I'm beyond excited. I can't tell you anything about it yet, but I'm beyond excited that we have that, and we're going. And I don't really know what to do right now, but I'm pumped. I love it. Because it's all expensive. As you can see, it just does all the work for you. It's funny, it's just all these little things that you used to do that you had to do manually. It takes a lot of your work out and a lot of opportunities for mistakes out. So kind of one of the things you need to do, farming, is even though I'm over here with the camera and I'm talking, I'm always listening for a change in RPM in that tractor. Because if that shear bolt shears and that PTO stops, we're gonna have a heck of a mess over there really quickly. So always listening for that, even over the loud fans and everything else. So this is just me complaining, and I don't really mean it because I'm in a spot that I really love. But when all that chaff is blowing out because our fan's on, and it blows right over the truck. If it was a perfect world, it would be blowing this way or some ways away from me. I'm telling you, with these automatic doors, automatic tarps, it doesn't feel like it'll be very long to where I won't even be needed here. That's what it's feeling like. we got Ryan coming in behind me. It's my cousin's boyfriend, he's helping out. This is his third time dumping onto a semi, so he's got some pressure. Now I got him on camera. Sure he loves that. Okay, Uncle John is now loading the last little bit I need. He gave me the thumbs up, so I'm okay to tarp this thing, head back to the bins. Tarping's tough. If you don't think you need an automatic tarp and an automatic traps, it's simply because you've never used them. One of the funniest things is that my wife thinks I'm not going to get a semi as a daily driver when YouTube takes off. Now it's a little tight between there. So just pulled up here. This is the last load of the night. We're actually going to take it from the combine, put it on the grain cart, and then leave it. We have a full semi, we have a full straight truck, and now we're going to have one cart with about 10,000 pounds in it. So yeah,